any good for security out here?
No. Okay. No.
For security, and I never tried to use it because one time I asked this young lady, how much you get paid? She was like $12.
Exactly. They don't.
In New York, you get like 22, 25.
I know. I used to be licensed in New York.
Huh?
Yeah. I used to be licensed in New York.
Oh, okay.
Hey there, College Park. What's going on? Y'all know what time it is, honey. It's another edition of the College Park Car Chronicles. Y'all know what this means. I'm on my way to the donut factory, time to make a donut or two, child. But I'm coming to y'all because we got some good news. Miss Mavis will be on the road soon. My mechanic called me yesterday. Mavis is out of surgery, honey. The surgery went well. They got to close her up, and they got to put her in recovery, honey. Okay, for those of you who don't know, my car, I had to, I blown a head gasket, so they had to go and do it and break it down and this, that, and the other. So it is costing me $1,700 for her. Then I just found out I need a motor mount, so that's another $375. So yeah, some of you have been asking about wanting to help me out, and I'm not that proud and carrying on to big and not accept help or whatever. At the same time, I'm one of those people who have a hard time asking for help because I'm always the one helping. You know what I'm saying? If it's not monetarily, it's everything else, and et cetera, et cetera. So on the page, I have put my Zelle, which is my phone number, and my Cash App. For those of you who are feeling benevolent, I truly appreciate it. I know God put this in. God is in control of all of this, so I'm not going to turn my hand or look away from a blessing or whatever, because many of you have expressed about helping me out. Now, whatever that help is, however it is, that's wonderful and lovely. I appreciate you, and I thank you so much for it. But Miss Mavis will be hopefully this weekend, so I can get back to work. Currently, I'm in an Uber. That's how come I'm on the driver side. I'm in the passenger side. And we're on the freeway right now. But listen here. Let's go, because our title today is The Calm Before the Storm. Really. We've been real quiet on the internet, and I don't know what's going on with it with Speak Up College Park, because, of course, I don't have access to that page. But I'm told that it's been real quiet and carrying on. So I don't know exactly what's going on in the city. We're up against this Labor Day weekend, so I know Atlanta is going to be full. And this is something that we need to consider, people. We have a number of things going on in the city. Number one is Dragon Con. Okay, Dragon Con is going on. That's going to be downtown at the Marriott. And this, you know, for those of you who are comic book and lovers and carrying on, this is where all the children are coming out dressed up and carrying on. You know, the Star Trekkers and the Trekkies get to arguing on which name is right. You got all the comic book folks coming out. Okay. In addition to Dragon Con, this is Black Gay Pride. So across the city, there's going to be all kinds of Black Gay Pride celebrations going on, and also. I know this is also skate-a-thon. So we got the roller skaters that's coming from across the world, honey, here to Atlanta, particularly here in College Park. Most of the time for skate-a-thon, they usually use the Westin Atlanta Airport right there on Best Road as the host hotel. So now we are into understanding what all this is. In addition to that, we used to have one of the football games going on. I forget which one it is. It's one of those little, is it the Chick-fil-A game or somebody? I think that was going on. And we used to do NASCAR too, but I don't know if we're doing it this year. I haven't heard anything about it. But Atlanta is going to be completely on lockdown. But one of the things that we need to look into, people, is how can we as a city capitalize on this particular weekend, because we have a lot to offer here in College Park. And we would love to see our businesses take in some of that revenue that's coming into the city, particularly when a lot of the downtown hotels, they sell out. Okay, I know we are. Okay, over the weekend, Friday and Saturday, honey, we're over, so we're at 105%. So we may have to walk some people and carry it on if everybody shows up and no one cancels the reservation. So we may have to walk someone over, to another hotel or whatever the case may be. But nonetheless, this here is something that we need to consider. Now, for those of you who are not LGBT prone and don't understand the culture, y'all know I had explained this to y'all before. Why is it that there's so many pride events? Because I know for you straight folks, it's unnerving. Hell, it's unnerving to us, child, and I'm part of the rainbow community. But I need to explain this so that y'all understand it. June is Gay Pride Month internationally. All across the world, June is Gay Pride Month. Why? Because June, back in 1969, that was when the Stonewall eruption that had occurred, okay? That was when the children, particularly Marsha P. Johnson and Sylvia Rivera, Marsha's the one that threw the first punch and the first brick, baby, through the windows and carrying on to start what we know to be the Stonewall Rebellion. That's why June is the month, okay? Now, what has happened here in Georgia is that let me go back. When we have Black Gay Prides, Black Gay Pride is not one specific date, okay, or one specific month. Each particular city that decides to have a Black Gay Pride, they do that very differently. So it's always around the world and across the country. So every time after June or before June and you hear Black Gay Pride, it's like gay pride, but you hear Black Gay Pride. Why Black Gay Pride? Well, as always, in this world of division and sensitivity and carrying on, being insensitive rather, the pride committees very seldom take into account Black experience, Black culture, and carrying on. So when Black Gay Pride first got started, it was out of a necessity because everything was always lily white. All the entertainers, all of the activities, and it never took into account our culture. No one was ever at the table, and those who were, I'm gonna say it this way, so I don't want to be messy because it's real easy to do. But those who were at the table were more in their mind saying, I always make this comparison. When folks say Black Lives Matter, you got those who say, well, all lives matter. And you're right, all lives do matter. But when we talk about Black Lives Matter, that is specific because all lives can't matter until Black Lives Matter, okay? I use that analogy because that's what happens. Those who have been on those committees or whatever are usually into the all lives matter mentality. And so it's never taken into consideration our experiences, our culture, what we would like to see, and how we would like to participate. So across the country, Black Gay Pride becomes very different. So like DC, they have theirs on Memorial Day weekend, and then others have theirs across the way. I know in Detroit is always in July. It's hotter than July. That's their Black Gay Pride. The last weekend in July, it used to be the last 2 weekends because we used to celebrate Ruth Ellis's birthday, who was the oldest living out lesbian. Okay, she died at 101. So we used to celebrate around her birthday. Here in Atlanta, Black Gay Pride has always been Labor Day weekend. Okay, so that's why we have the whole big to do. And then of course, now we here in Labor Day weekend. Then in October, we got Georgia Pride because back when we had the drought, somewhere between 2008 and 2010, whenever we had the drought back then, that year, Atlanta did not grant access for the folks to use Piedmont Park, okay, because of the drought. So that year, they moved it to October, which October 12th is National Coming Out Day. So they moved it there, and ever since we moved it there, it stayed there. So what ends up happening, particularly here in Georgia, we have June, then you come back with Labor Day weekend, and then a month later, it's Pride again. And I know straight folks are like, okay, damn it, what is going on? We just had, and this is where folks are saying, y'all shoving this down our throats. Every time we turn around, there's a Pride, this is the Pride, that. And unfortunately, I do hear where they're coming from because it does seem like that. But at the same time, Child, that's just the breaks right now. That's just how this is going. So what is happening is that now that we're here upon Black Gay Pride Weekend, we have the only Black-owned gay club on the South Side in College Park. We need to be able to make sure that it prospers, make sure we got enough police and stuff on the scene so that we can make sure that the city is seen in the best light. We need to partner with South Fulton because the bar is located right over there on Garby Road in the Discount Mall Shopping Center. It's behind the McDonald's. It's adjacent to that Discount Mall. So this is the weekend, honey. Y'all know it's going to be nothing but everywhere, child. It's going to be so packed and so crowded to where we need to make sure that we up on this. I don't know what Dwayne has done. Dwayne is the owner of the club. It's called Best Friends. I don't know what he's doing to make sure that it's going to be a safer environment. But for those of you who are looking to get out and partake and don't want to go into the city, we have our own right here in College Park. It's a cute little quaint club, honey. Oh, and she's very cute on the inside, baby. She's very, very cute. But at the same time, and I'm going to the city officials, I need for you guys to get involved with the city and find out what we need to do, how we can capitalize on a lot of this, because a lot of folks are coming from the airport, so they're flying in. How come we don't have anything here? And someone said something to me, I think it's something that we need to look into, and it's going to require a partnership with MARTA. But that College Park train station, honey, needs to look like a welcome center. Okay? That College Park train station needs to look like a welcome center. College Park is the first train stop coming from the airport. We are Georgia's front door. We're the front door to Georgia, Atlanta, and we are a bridge to the world, honey. We're all of that. So this is something that we need to look into to find out how, and then of course we got to do it for next year, how we can capitalize on that for next year. But also too, while we're thinking about it, now we were trying to do something for October for Georgia Pride because, we were trying to get into the parade and this, that, and the other. And we found out that all the spots were filled and carrying on, and that we were not able to have a float. But if we were to participate, they said we can walk and this, that, and the other. And right now, in trying to get this thing together, that's a long walk because the parade starts at the Civic Center and they walk all the way down Peachtree Street to 10th Street. And then from 10th Street, they walk over into Piedmont Park. Okay, and so then they got to go walk into wherever it ends in the park. That's a nice walk. Okay, and we have to make sure that we're prepared for that, so we get enough volunteers to where if we're going to walk, we got people who can handle it. But we need to make sure that we are in the spot and get a space to where we have floats, or we have someone who can drive, just like we did for the Juneteenth parade. We had our council people in cars and carrying on. We want to make sure that we have something for those who are older and can't do that kind of walking and get tired, they need a lift or whatever. Boom, we have that. Okay? But I want to share that because I'm looking at what's going on here. We could have possibly done something with the Dragon Con thing. You know what I'm saying? Perhaps we need to look at talking to the curators of that and do a part 2, because they're always down here in the Marriott Marquis hotel. But it's a real big, huge event. Okay, so with it being a huge event, perhaps we can use the arena, perhaps, as an overflow, and things of that nature. Hell, perhaps we can get another one of the vendors that's in partner with them, and they split it up to where they got multiple areas. You see what I'm saying? To where we get them to migrate down to the south, on the south side, and can partake of Comic-Con here. Wouldn't that be fun? Because y'all know I'm going to get my Wonder Woman costume redone, right? You know that. You know that, right? I would get my Wonder Woman costume redone. Or or I would do, because I got a Black Panther mask, either Wonder Woman or Black Panther, one of the two. Okay. Just for the pictures of it, that would be so comical for the pictures and for the website and for this, that, and the other. I need for us to think about that, so we can look into how we can capitalize as a city on these things. What you guys think about that? Huh? Put in the comments what you think about learning how we can better sell College Park to be included in some of these things that's going on in the city of Atlanta, and how we can get some of that audience to spend some of their dollars here. We have a number of restaurants, of course, that we can feature. Oh, wait a minute. And I've been meaning to do this, and I have not. Do y'all know we have a new restaurant open on Virginia Avenue? It's called Cliche. All right, it's right next to Party of Five. It's a double-decker restaurant, and it is a wine bar. It's a restaurant and wine bar. So the other day when I was out with Miss Z and Miss Karen, honey, when we were out. We went to La Fiesta, and we were driving around the city and carrying on and learning some things about the city and understanding some of the city's history. We had come across that particular bar because Ms. Z was telling us that she think it was open. I said, I haven't heard anything about it. But yes, it's called Cliche. It is a restaurant and wine bar. And I'm a wine drinker, honey. I love me a good Moscato. I love a good Shiraz. I love a good Pinot Noir. I got into Pinot Noir. So it's a little dry. I don't like dry wines. So no, miss me with a Merlot. I cannot stand a Merlot unless every now and again I will find one, like it's a name. Well, they're more expensive ones. And, they have been fermented a little bit differently to where they're not all the way dry, which works for me. But I can't stand nothing dry, child. Okay. And I do not, a Cabernet Sauvignon, honey, no. That's a little too full body for me, okay? I like the sweeter wines. I don't like the bitter, okay? I like the sweeter wine. But Shiraz got a little bite to it, but it's something about the Shiraz that just sends me in, okay? So we need to go look into that. Perhaps, I wonder if they do wine and cheese sets and carry it on, to do little wine pairings and all that. We need to find that out. see what's going on with that. And now we have that right here in our backyard, right next to Party of Five. So that there should do us well. But I didn't want to come on long because, I just want to share a couple of ideas and to say hey and get you guys' opinion on a couple of things to see what's going on with how we as a city can capitalize on these great things that's going on. Okay. Now, of course, it's late for us to do anything this year. And right now, if we were to do anything, it'd be word of mouth, or we trying to put our own thing together. But we need to look at, we have the, well, there's speculation about Michelle Johnson, but right now we have her, we have Bryant, we have Tangi, and on the Cultural Arts Committee. So we have to get with them and make sure that they know about these things so that as they come up in the city, we can have them to start to plan and carrying on, or those who want to get on the committee to plan to see how we as College Park can get involved and capitalize on some of these things. And they have some cute stuff for us to do as the adults. Now, we always looking after the kids. They're trying to have a kids thing or whatever, but not here at the Next Light Baby Pumps. We always looking to have stuff for the kids, but now we got to have stuff for the adults and things. And I know we're getting ready for the wine walk, which is going to be interesting because I'm told that that's also on Hispanic Heritage Month, right? We're going to go right there in that loaded dock on here on the left. Right there.
Right here?
Yep.
Okay, sir.
All right, darling.
Remember to give me a 5-star.
Okay. Uh-oh.
Oh, I'm too... Okay, close it.
Yeah. Get right up on that door. I don't want to...
Yeah, mess my door up.
Yeah, right. Yeah, this is fine. Okay, there we go. All right, love. You be careful out here.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, there we go. Thank you. Okay. All right, I'm getting out of my Uber. That girl wanted 5 stars. She ain't getting 5 stars from me. No, she's not, honey. It took her forever to get to me. She's slamming on her brakes because she don't know how to damn drive. And no, she ain't getting no damn 5 stars. In fact, she's getting 1 so that they don't pair me up with her no more. How about that? Then, I told her to turn in the damn loading dock, and she pulls over to the side. Okay. I'm supposed to have door-to-door service, goddammit. And now I got to work. This is not what I pay for. And this is the damn $20 trip. Actually, $22. And that's the discounted price. No, I got to get Miss Mavis back on the damn road. This is not tea. At all. No. I can do this. All right. So now, as I'm saying, we need to come up with ways how we, as College Park citizens, and the municipality period, is able to capitalize on events. So those are my thoughts. I want you guys to put in the comments what you think, what we can do, how we can do it, and let's plan something that we can possibly take to the city or take to a planning committee and be like, hey, this is something that we thought about. Let's get it on the agenda for a vote. You see what I'm saying? And then that's how we can be a little bit more proactive and how we can assist with some things that's going on here in the city, okay? So I'm here at work now. Let me go up in here, get my donut on, honey. Okay, so having said all that, darling, you guys have a real good time. Be good to yourself. Get out, get some of this vitamin D, honey. It is out here. It is a beautiful day out here. Get on outside, honey. If you're on your porch, go walk your block. Go walk your block, honey. Get to know your neighbors. Some of the ones that y'all don't want to talk to all the damn time. Some of the ones that you turn your nose up at because you have different political issues or whatever. Go say hi. There's nothing wrong with saying hello. It's free, okay? And you never know who's having what kind of day. And that hello could just be just the thing that can pick somebody up. You know what I mean? I just had a friend of mine tell me, we haven't talked in a couple of days, that he just told me his mom made transition. And it triggered me because now my mom has been gone for 3 years now. And I'm so super sensitive to folks losing their mothers to where it triggers me. So I'm now, I'm in the all on this roller coaster ride. I'm having a little bit of anxiety because I'm going home the first weekend of October, and this is going to be my first time going home since we buried my mom. And this is the last first that I've got to get over, knowing that I'm going home and I'm not going to go visit my mother. That haunts me, and I have to get over it because it's the truth. So just in that alone, you never know what people are going through, what people are in need of, and a kind word, say it in a loving way. Don't just grunt and because that's hateful. You didn't want to do it in the first place. Keep it. If you feel that way about it, keep the damn thing, because because you won't do nothing but piss me off. But be loving and caring. Okay, I don't need you to know my life story or whatever, but just act like you're concerned. Hey, how you doing? Good to see you. Because some of us didn't make it. So that's my soapbox right now. Let me go over here and make my coin, honey, because we got to pay for Miss Mavis again. 1,700, and then she need a motor mount, so that's another 375. Good Lord. That's why it's called work, right? We'll talk with y'all in a minute, honey. All right.